Assalamu alaikum, and I would like to create this video to help you create tables using phpMyadmin. And this is to help you create more than one table with table reference. That means two related tables. Basically, this video is to help you solve the practical assignment, replacing your final exam practical, at least the first part, which asks you to create tables and relate them together using phpMyadmin. So how to start? You start from here, from the control panel, and click here in admin, MySQL admin, so that it opens up the server, localhost. This is your database. So you create a new database. Say, let us, I would like to create a database called JUC, or in your case it's gonna be employee or something. So you create a database. Once this database is created, you will see it here with empty tables, no tables. So click on it. Then here is to create what? To create the database. Usually I would use a graphical user interface to create the tables, which is create the table name here, for example, table test, and a number of columns, whatever. But because this version that you guys were using is a little bit old, to create the relationship between tables is a little bit hectic and complicated, not in the new versions that we don't have right now. So I would suggest that you create the tables using SQL statements. So I would click here in SQL, and then here I would type the command, create table command. Here I'm going to give you two examples by creating 4 tables. Each two are related together. So the first example I would like to give is to create a table called employee department here, dept, with department ID, data type integer, and this one is going to be a primary key. You spell it like that, primary key spelled out. And the second field is department name, dname, with varchar 2, varchar 12, and then location, LOC, varchar. So this is a normal easy table. The name of the table, department, 3 fields, department ID, department name, and location. Each one has a data type, integer, varchar. But you have to create a department ID as a primary key, or select a field that is a primary key for this table, and put this one here primary key, because this primary key later is going to be used as a foreign key in the second table that I'm going to create, which is related to this table. So remember, this department ID is an integer, okay, and it is a primary key for this table, and the table is called what? Department. So let me just execute it, and this one will create that table, department. As you can see here in structure, you will see it here, department ID underlined, because it is a primary key. And I would like to create a second table which is related to this table. So let me just copy this text I have already made, and then do it here. Create table employee. This table is called employee, with 4 columns. These 4 columns are like this: employee ID, data type integer, and it is a primary key. So this one is a primary key for this table. Employee name, ename, is varchar 12, and job varchar 15. That's fine. Put a comma after each one. Then job 15. After job we have what? We have this one. Do you remember this one? This one was a primary key for this table, and here it is going to be as a foreign key. Why? Because it will appear here multiple times. Yani the department IDs will be repeated here, because there will be many employees working in this in these departments, and each department has many employees working in it. So that's why it is a foreign key relating to that table. So it is a primary key for the department table, but a foreign key here in the employee table, because employee table is a child table and department is a parent table. And we say department ID, the data type should be the same data type there. If it is varchar, varchar. If it is date, date. If it is integer, integer. I remember that department ID is an integer, so I put integer as a data type. This is what is important. References. References means this field is referencing the table department the previous table, department, with department ID, dept ID, which is the field department ID in that table. So this one is a field here, but it is referencing the department ID in the department table. So this is how you create the foreign key for that for this table relating to that table. So click here, and here it is, the department the employee table is created. You don't see it is indexed, but it is department ID here. It is indexed as a foreign key for this table. Let me create another example. So I would like to create another two tables that are related together. So here I would like to create a table called cars, with car ID as an integer as a primary key, and then car make a varchar 12, year made, this car is made, I choose date. Okay, now it is just a parent table, so I don't have foreign key on it. I have a primary key, however, for the car ID. Also remember, this car ID is going to be a primary key in the next table I'm going to create. So let me just execute this one to create that cars table, which is created here with car ID underlined. That means it is what it is, a primary key. Let me create the second table that is relating to this table. So I would like to create this table, this table called dealer, which is relating to the cars table. So create table dealer with dealer ID as data type integer, which is primary key for this table, and name, dealer name, varchar, location, varchar 15. So this is normal. Here is what I need to do, which is car ID is varchar. If you don't remember that, you have to go there and check it again. What is it? Car ID is actually integer. So here you have to use this car ID as integer. References cars, car ID. So this one car ID is a foreign key in this table. It is an integer, same like the previous one here in the cars, and it is referencing the car ID in the cars table. Because this one here in the cars table is has this car ID as a primary key. So it exists here in this table, dealer table, as a foreign key. So that's why I need to say references cars, car ID. So now the two tables are created. Dealer and cars are related together through this where references is actually the one that make the foreign key to this table. So this is the command to create a foreign key, two tables related through primary key foreign key tables. And I hope this one will help you create two tables related together for the sake of your assignment. And then I'm gonna put this in week 15 for you to see. Alright, this is a short video, so please just review it before they do the assignment.